Teaching grammar. So when teaching grammar, there's been an argument about this, about whether you should teach grammar as pure subject based or whether you should teach grammar through writing. Now the national curriculum has done both. So my dog's out there. I remember one time, a few years back under the Labour government, we used to have to teach grammar through writing more than teaching grammar explicitly. But now we teach grammar in a unit called SPAG, Spelling, Punctuation and Grammar. I believe that you could learn both. There's nothing wrong with learning both, but I do believe that writing is a better way of understanding the grammar. Now, there are two different types of grammar. You've got applied grammar and we've got the conceptual grammar. There's probably many more terms for grammar. The applied grammar is when you kind of know that something is wrong or something is right just by the way it sounds. So this type of grammar is there based on how you're speaking to people and parents. Sorry, my dog again. So you might know, for example, like a baby might say something like, me go there. You know, me go there is not the right way to speak, and you know that the right way would be, can I go there? You don't know how you know it, but you just know that you can fix it. And that's called applied grammar. And that will help you, if you understand the differences already, and maybe if English is your first language, that will help you when you're writing out the grammar. And then you've got the inherent grammar. And with the inherent grammar, this is where you've heard your grandparents or your parents or people around you speaking grammar correctly. And it's helped you just to know the correct order of where words stand. This is where you've created a database of language within your mind, and you're able to go into your mind, pick out those rules and use it to apply the grammar in your writing or in your speaking. So if you're a parent and you're not very sure about how to teach grammar and you don't really want to teach it explicitly, then the best way for you to teach your grammar is through reading to your child. Reading lots of poetry to your child, getting them to memorize these poetries, reading scripture to your child, getting them to memorize these scriptures, reading books to your child above their age level so they're able to hear how the books sound, you're able to dialogue and talk to them about the meaning of words. If you're unable to read those books to your child yourself, you can also go back to the old methods that we used as children, where you have audiobooks, where the child will see the book in front of them, they can follow along with their fingers, but the audio will be reading the book for them, and that level can be way above their level. Also allow them to read for themselves and read books at a level that they fully understand. Another one is what I didn't mention before was speeches. Memorizing lots of speeches as well will also help your child. It helps the mental capacity and the muscle memory of the brain. It helps them with that as they're memorizing different things, and it helps them to be able to understand if something is right or something isn't right. So before I explained about applied grammar, and this is how they're able to apply the rules of grammar. Just because they've heard good grammar all their life, they're able to apply it and identify when the grammar is said correctly or incorrectly. I would say you can do this until they get to maybe the end of primary school, maybe up to high school, where you might want to start introducing grammar terms to them. In the UK right now, we teach grammar to children from year 1. I think some simple grammar rules they can understand, but I do find it a bit unnecessary personally as a teacher when you're trying to teach them it from a very young age. It's only really working if they're able to apply those rules to their writing, not just understand it for the sake of understanding it. But at the same time, I guess those facts are good for them for when they move up to junior school. Should you use workbooks in your homeschool? I don't think workbooks are really a problem, but it's really about how you use the workbook. If you're just buying workbooks for your child, giving them to your child to do and not really marking them or not really going through them again, then they're not really good in that sense. But if you're using grammar to help you with concepts that's already been learned, or helping you to teach your child a skill, but you're going over it with your child, any mistakes that your child's made, you've also been able to correct them with them and go through the mistakes, then workbooks can be okay. But a workbook is really an oxymoron. It can't really respond to the student, so in that way it might not always work. So the workbook is only really as good as a teacher using the workbook. I use workbooks within my teaching and I find that they can be really helpful, but I would never just give a child a workbook just to do for the sake of doing it, because a workbook will just keep going on and moving on to different sections and the child might not necessarily understand what they've done. You even have like children who maybe copy the answers out of the answer booklet just to get by. So yeah, just be careful how you use them. Thank you for watching. I hope you got some benefit from that video. In my next video, I will be talking to you about writing and how you can teach your child grammar through writing, and also how you can teach your child grammar through reading. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video. If you want to be informed of other videos that I push out, then please like and subscribe. Speak to you soon. God bless. Bye.